Hi, welcome to this class on the water element. So this is a section of a full-length class I've got on my website. This is the kind of main middle portion where we flow and get into some nice fluid movements. So the water element is directly related to the sacral chakra in our low belly and encompassing this whole area. So we'll physically be working on the hips, and we'll be moving with the breath and in a fluid way, spinal waves, creating a sense of buoyancy to the movement. And as always, moving in a way that feels intuitive and good for you. So as well with the water element, it's connected to the moon, emotions, moving fluidly through life, through our transitions, and in a positive way through change. So accepting change and trying to move through that positively. So we'll move through our transitions carefully and with ease, hopefully as well. So we're going to start in a child's pose. So coming down, knees are wide, big toes together. You can have your hands ahead of you and forehead down, or you can have the hands resting on the forehead. And we'll just take 3 deep breaths here, really softening the belly. Breathe into the belly, let it expand. And exhale, release, get heavy, exhale through your mouth each time. Okay, then we'll start with a bit of fluid movement from here. So doing circles with the hips, coming forward, so the shoulders come over wrists, and then back round, bum to heels. Moving at your own pace. You can go slow or as fast as you want. Don't worry too much about when to breathe in or out. Just flow, sync the breath with the movement in any way that feels good. Add a sense of softness and fluidity to all of it. Go in the other direction. Okay, and then coming to all fours, bring the knees so that they're under the hips. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes, tilt the tailbone up, press through the hands, glide your hips up and back to downward dog. We'll take 3 breaths here. Again, adding movement if you want to, if that sort of feels good for you today. Maybe pedaling the legs out, shifting weight forwards into the hands and back into the feet. And then we'll do 3 rippling waves forward to high plank and then back to downward dog. So as you inhale, lift your heels, straighten the legs, curl the tailbone under, ripple forward so shoulders come over wrists. Then bend your knees, press through the hands, tilt the tailbone up, leaning with the tailbone, slither back to downward dog. Again, inhale, lift the heels, rippling forwards. And then exhale, pressing through the hands, glide the hips up and back, downward dog. One more time, inhale, ripple forwards to a high plank, and then from here, lowering down all the way to a cobra. Toes point back, inhale, reaching the chest, the head forwards. Exhale, bring the head back down, the face back down, and then bring your fingertips either side off the mat with the elbows spiking up. Toes are toenails are pressing into the mat and the feet are quite wide. Inhale, peel up the chest, and then the head, the face up off the mat. Exhale, the ribs, the chest come back down, and then the face. 2 more of those. Inhale, peeling everything up off the mat in this wave-like motion as we flow with the breath, and then exhale back down. 1 more. Inhale, peeling up. And exhale, coming back down. Bring your hands under your shoulders, press through the hands, back up to downward dog. 1 big breath here. Inhale the right leg up high behind you. Exhale, bending the knee, coming onto the ball of that left foot so you get more leverage. Bring the knee into the belly, into the nose. Step the hand between the feet or thereabouts, or guide it, and then drop your back knee down. Coming to low lunge. We'll settle in here for a few breaths, and again, you can find a bit of movement if you need to. Tucking the tailbone under slightly. The back toes can be pointed back or tucked, whatever's best for you. And then bringing your hand inside your right foot, plant the back foot down so the toes face the long edge of the mat. Cartwheel, arms up to warrior two. Just check your warrior two stance. Deep bend in that front knee. The back leg is straight. The outer edge of the foot presses in. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Bring the hands up, looking ahead. Exhale, sink back down, bend into the knee, lower the arms, looking back down the middle finger. Inhale up. Exhale, floating down. One more. Inhale up, feeling light and buoyant, and then exhale down into the strength. Inhale here, and then exhale, plant the right hand down, left hand cartwheels up and over, pivot on your back foot at the same time, press into the hands, scoop the belly and the back in, step back to a plank, and lower down, moving through vinyasa. If you want to come to an up dog instead of cobra, you're more than welcome to. Exhale, pressing through the hands, tilting the tailbone up to downward dog. Big breath here. Exhale through your mouth to release. And the next inhale, inhale the left leg up high behind you now. As you exhale, bend the knee, draw it into your belly, scooping the back in and stepping the left foot through between the hands, lowering the right knee down nice and carefully, slowly, there's no rush. Inhale up, low lunge. Palms face each other, arms by the ears, biceps up by the ears. And don't sink into it too deeply, come up and out slightly. One more big breath here in low lunge. And then as you exhale, bring the hands inside the left foot now. Turn the right foot down so the toes face the long edge of the mat, and cartwheel hands up to warrior two. Again, just checking your warrior two stance. And then inhale, straighten the front leg, bringing the arms up, looking in the direction of your chest. And then exhale, floating the arms down, bending the knee. Inhale up, nice and fluid, like a dancer maybe. One more time, up, inhaling, and exhale, softly down. One inhale here, and then exhale, left hand plants down, right hand comes up and over, pivot on your back foot at the same time, pressing into the hands again, step back and move through your vinyasa at your own time, meeting in downward dog when you're ready. Okay, inhale, right leg up behind you. Exhale, bend the knee, squeeze it into the belly to the nose, step the foot through between the hands, lower the back knee again, but then bring your right arm inside the right foot and heel toe the right foot over to the edge of the mat. So it's just coming off, I can't show you there, but it's just coming off the edge of the mat like this for lizard, and the toes are pointing just off, not too much and not straight ahead in the direction of the knee. And the hands are inside the leg, and then shuffle that back leg back a bit so you've got more length down the thigh here. So we're in lizard. You can hold it here. If you feel like there might be space in the hips, you can come down onto your forearms, but if you find one arm is up off the mat, then just come back up. We'll take a few breaths in lizard so we can get into the hips here too. And you can add some movement here. So if you want to shift the weight of the hips back and begin to straighten the right leg a bit and bring the toes up and then come back down, you can add a bit of a rocking motion in there if you want to. Okay, and then from here, bring your right hand on the outside of the right foot, heel toe the right foot into the middle, plant the back foot down again, coming up to warrior two. As you exhale, slide the left hand down, left leg, right hand comes up and over, palm faces down, reverse warrior, keep it bending the front knee. Inhale up. Exhale, side angle, right forearm, palm faces up onto the right thigh, but don't lean into it. Left hand reaches up and over, lifting up and out here. Float back once more to reverse warrior. And then smoothly to side angle. Back to warrior two. Looking ahead, plant the right hand down, left hand up and over, pressing into the hands. Again, just slowly at your own pace, in your own way, moving through. cobra and downward dog. Taking a nice deep breath, coming through the body with breath here before we go to the other side. Okay, inhale, left leg up behind you. Exhale, bend the knee, draw it in, coming hard to the right, lifting that right heel up so you get more leverage through that step through. Bringing the back knee down, heel toeing the left foot over now to the edge of the mat. Both hands inside that foot and toes are facing just off the edge of the mat, and then you can pick up your knee from the back leg and shuffle the back leg back a bit. Seeing how you feel here in lizard, and making sure this left leg isn't falling out to the side too much, but you're hugging it into the midline of the body. And again, you've got your option of coming down if you want to, if that's okay for you and your body today. But don't push it because there's just no need. It doesn't get you anywhere. And again, if you want to add in that slight rocking motion and add a bit of movement to it, then you are welcome to. This is your practice. It's your body. Move always in a way that feels good and safe for you. Okay, and then we'll bring our left hand, arm on the outside of the left foot again, heel toe the left foot into the middle. Plant the right foot down again so the outer edge of the right foot plugs into that mat. And then again, slowly through these transitions, carefully. There's no need to rush. We can move carefully, gracefully. Bringing the right hand down, left leg, left arm up and over, palm faces down for reverse warrior. And then just flowing with the breath at your own pace to side angle. Not worrying too much about in and out, just sinking it with the breath in a way that feels good. Back to reverse warrior. And then one more side angle. Left forearm onto the left thigh, but don't weigh into it. Back to warrior two. Planting left hand down, right hand up and over, pivot on the back foot, press, lower down. Coming into a nice cobra again, or maybe an upward dog if that's in your practice. And then exhale, downward dog. So we're going to hold some poses now in a kind of yin style to get into the hips more deeply. So you can come to, we're going to go to pigeon. You can come from down dog, but if you prefer to, you can come from all fours. Either way, wherever you are, inhale the right leg up behind you. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it towards your right bicep, and then lower the right knee down to the right wrist. Shuffle your left leg back. And then don't force anything here again. We're facing the top edge of the mat. Hips are level. If you find this right hip is sinking down, then you want to get a cushion or a blanket to prop it up. So you want buoyancy in the hips. You don't want to be sinking into that right hip. So the front leg doesn't have to be parallel to the top of the mat, but it's sort of headed that way. Oh, okay, so we're in pigeon. Inhale, length through your spine. And then exhale, if it feels okay for you and your hip, begin to fold forwards. Take it easy, go slowly. Once you feel something, once you feel that pull, maybe in the glute or in the hip, then pause there. It might be that you come onto elbows or maybe rest the head on the third eye on the thumb tips. Whatever feels best for you. And you can close your eyes here if you want to. Soften the face. Just drop in here, breathe into that right hip, wherever you can feel it the most. Don't run away from those sensations. Feel it, be in your experience. Listen to your body. Every breath out, you're releasing tension from that hip. So like, imagine that you're breathing in, into the hip. And as you exhale, the water releasing, it's muddy, releasing this muddy water. But every breath in, it's getting clearer and clearer. And every breath out, the water becomes less and less muddy. And the water is gradually becoming crystal clear as you breathe in, breathe into that hip, and exhale, sending that intention of clearing the hip so it becomes this crystal clear water releasing. And we'll hold this for another 3 deep breaths. You can breathe out through your mouth if you want to. If you need to come out any time beforehand, you can as well. Okay, and then coming out slowly, so transitioning again with ease, with care, and with kindness to yourself and your body. Oh, okay. Ease the right leg back so that you're in all fours, and we're just resting for a moment in a neutral position. Allow the body to rest, rebound, see how it feels before we come to the other side. Okay, and then I'm going to come to Pigeon this time from all fours to demonstrate that way, but you can come from downward dog if you prefer. It doesn't make a big difference really. So inhaling your left leg up behind you wherever you are. Exhale, bring the left knee to the left wrist and then shuffling that right leg back. Maybe taking the left foot out a little bit, but don't force it. Making sure again that the hips are buoyant and level and they're facing like headlights to the top of the mat, and that you're not sinking into this hip. And if you are like coming down, then you need some kind of support or prop under your bum. Okay, again, inhale, find length. See how you feel here. You might just want to stay like this, and that is okay too. Or you can exhale and begin to come down on the left side. And hips are usually very, well not very, but they're usually different. You're going to have most people seem to have one that's tighter or different in some way to the other. So you may notice differences, and that's okay. Again, close your eyes, soften through the face, through the shoulders. Keep the breathing deep in and out through your nose, but you can exhale through your mouth at any time that you need to. And keep that awareness on your hip or just the part of you that you can feel it the most. And breathe into that, stay there. And soften. We're creating more space here, so let that breath run through your body like water and soften any tension. There might be more space for you to come down more possibly, or you might just want to stay completely still where you are, or you might want to come out. Be kind and gentle to yourself. And just do whatever's best for you. We'll be here for another 3 deep breaths. Again, breathing in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. And then when you're ready, slowly, steadily easing up onto the hands, and then again bringing your left knee behind you so that you're in all fours. Pause here. And then to finish this little water sequence, we'll come back to a child's pose, and you can stay here for as long as you like. Thank you for practicing with me today.